Good morning, on the road with Dr. Gary. Good to see you again. Name of our company is Healthcare Practice Sales LLC. Our website is dentalpracticeguide.com. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. And we are dental brokers and facilitating the sale of a dental office. And we're now at this for 11 years, and we have 7 employees. We love what we do. I used to be a dentist myself for 25 years, so we're having fun doing this the last 11 years. All the information you hear is for entertainment purposes. This is not legal or business advice. Speak to your professionals for that. Today's topic has to be attempting to find the perfect dental practice to buy. Well, the real title should be open your parameters and lower your expectations somewhat. Because I find the average young buyer has this perfect idea where they want the practice to be. They generally choose a zip code, or they choose a county that they want to be in. On top of that, they have these parameters. It must be producing $600,000. It must have 5 chairs. They want to do multidisciplinary disciplined dentistry with having multiple associates in and out in there, and they want a reasonable rent. This is great. There's nothing wrong with having goals like that. However, you're going to find in this business, in the end, you will widen your parameter, lower some of your expectations. It doesn't mean that you can't find the perfect practice someday, somewhere, but the amount of time you're going to have to wait to find that, you'll lose so many great opportunities. You're far better off buying an adequate practice that meets many of your expectations, and then continue to look for a second one that is that beautiful, perfect, everything you thought it would be practice. But in the end, most buyers broaden their parameters and lower their expectations a little bit. I'll give you an example. Fairfax County in Virginia, hot area. We just expanded into there, and we have a few practices for sale in the Fairfax County area, right outside of Washington, D.C. We were just inundated with phone calls when we had these few practices for sale, the number of phone calls we received. It was pretty remarkable. Now, we had one practice grossing about, $590,000 or $620,000, somewhere around there. And it was in a strip mall, really nice strip mall center with fantastic amount of parking, great support stores around them. This was high ceilings, 7, almost 8 operatories in there, grossing about $600,000. The doctor was referring out endo, perio, oral surgery, pedo, orthodontics, like everything was getting referred out. When you get that many specialties being referred, you know that's like at least a 15 to 20% increase the first year if you retain all those referrals out, depending on what you were sending, especially endo. So that's going to increase already. Secondly, it was a modern office. It was computerized, had a nice appearance, high ceilings, 2-sided entrances. Every room had a window, and the windows were large. So it had a nice appeal to it. I mean, the only negative, maybe it didn't have it had digital Panorex. Maybe the x-rays themselves on the PAs weren't digital. But besides that, it was a very good opportunity. And we do have a lot of people. Now, we had one doctor said, well, it doesn't meet my criteria. I want $800,000 plus gross. I can't settle for $600,000. Must have $800,000. I said, look, this is a $600,000 practice, 25% increase. You should be able to do maybe possibly $750,000 the first year out. It's possible, because you should have on national average 10 to 20% increase the first year if you're doing everything right, and also depending on the gross of the practice. $1 million plus practice is hard to increase at 20% the first year, although it can be done. A lower grossing practice is probably doing a few things wrong, and you can increase that gross also, but on the higher scale. That's just an average. It changes with everybody depending on how much effort you want to put in. But I said to them, well, it's a $600,000 practice. You should be doing $700,000 plus the next year, within the next year. No, it doesn't meet my criteria. The problem with this group is, this is Fairfax County, a hot area in Virginia. They're going to be looking for a long time to find something that they want that meets all their criteria. Because once you start grossing over $1 million, $1.5 million, then all the private equity DSO groups come in and they buy it and they're going to outbid you. So a practice at 620 can grow and you could build it up, because by the time you wait and find the perfect practice, you know, you could have generated the money with this one. So the other, say some people feel they still want to build from scratch. I mean, the price of building a practice hasn't changed. The construction, still you're going to spend $350,000, $400,000, lose half a year to a year building it, all kinds of aggravation. And then when you're done, it looks beautiful. They bring you these beautiful plants and you have no patience. So you have to take patience from another practice. It's the only way you could grow it. It just, you know, it's hard. It can be done, and some people can do it. If you're in a right geographic area that there's a shortage of dentists and an increase in population, yes, possibly through demographics you could do it. But there's so many practices that are still available. You're far better off buying one of those and renovating it the way you want. Do not fall into the trap that you must have the perfect practice. There is no perfect practice. Every practice has flaws in it, and if you work hard, you will find the right one, change it from within. And don't forget, if you build a practice from scratch, you have no patience, you have no staff. And it's hard to get staff right now. We're in March of 2021. So that's hard. So just think that you've got to be flexible. You've got to increase your parameters, broaden your parameters so that you can find the right practice, or else you'll waste so much time waiting and waiting. And giving me, some of them come in and say, I have to be 20 minutes from my house. Oh, okay, yeah. That limits what I could find for you. How long are you willing to wait? You know, it has to be 20 minutes driving distance. I don't want to drive. I have to be near my children. I understand that, but it could be hard to find that. So you've got to think and be flexible, all right? Have fun out there every day. We'll see you. Signing off. Dr. Gary, thank you.